going on with y'all, man? I know y'all haven't seen me in front of this camera in about 4 months. I know it's been a while. I've been doing pretty good. I've been doing a lot better. Still looking for jobs and stuff like that. I haven't really found much yet, but I've had a lot of interviews, had a lot of doors open, so I'm just praying that God will bless me with something. But today is July 2nd, and my birthday is in a couple hours. Pretty much tomorrow, or pretty much at 12 o'clock. I've been doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of writing in my journal. And that was something that God has brought me back into because I didn't really write as much before, but I started to write a lot more. It was a lot less, but I've been, out getting a lot better at articulating my thoughts and just, anything that I'm thinking about, anything that's on my mind. I usually write it down more than anything, and I always go to God about whatever I'm thinking about or, whatever I might be feeling or concerns or anything like that. I've gotten better with reaching out to people for help, which is what I've been doing lately. I'm not dependent on it, but, I know that nobody owes me anything really. And that's another way I look at things. I don't feel like God owes me nothing, but I know that God does these things like that he's been doing in my life and his miracles he's been doing in my life because, he loves me. He cares about me. He wants me to prosper. So, I know he doesn't owe me nothing, but I know he's going to do it just because he's a man of his word, and also because he really loves and cares about me. Even with the current situation I'm in right now, I'm still going, I haven't really stopped, So, which is one thing that I am proud of myself for doing. I'm very proud of myself because I came very far from where I was, like, I would say about maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I've grown a lot over, like, the past 2-3 years. But I feel like this year was, like, my biggest growth year, I would say. But I'm very proud of myself, and God has been blessing me. He's been teaching me a lot. I've had a lot of peace lately because I haven't been like worried about what's going on, and I've just been submitting things to him and leaving things in his hands. But yeah, mentally I'm doing great. Physically I'm doing great. And spiritually I've been doing great too. I'm definitely gonna be vlogging again on this channel because I haven't been on here in a long time, and I had like 2 videos that I was gonna post, and then I just didn't go anywhere, so there's that. But yeah, that doesn't really excuse my inconsistency because I still have 54 people on here, or 52 now, or 53. I mean, people that are still supporting this channel. Even though if there's people that are monitoring my channel, you know who you are. But yeah, I still have mad people that support me on this channel. I just I don't post like how I used to. Even then, I didn't post that much because of my situation. And now it's mainly just me because I haven't really been going anywhere. But yeah, I'm going to be 23 tomorrow. And it's crazy to think because like when I was younger, when I was a kid, like I saw myself getting older. And I saw myself like still looking the way I did, but just like with a mustache and like a goatee and everything. But I didn't know where I would be later on. But I always knew that I was gonna be, in my own place, or, always doing better than what I was doing before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always saw that even when I was a kid. Like I always when I was a kid back then, I had this habit of like thinking ahead of time instead of just focusing on today instead of tomorrow. Because I know it says in the Bible, focus on today's problems. Don't focus on where your food and where your drink, your clothes, and things are going to come from. Because, God feeds the birds and he takes care of the birds. They don't have to worry about it. It says, are we not greater, than the birds? So if he feeds them, then he's going to feed us and take care of us. Make sure we got clothes on our back, water to drink, stuff like that. So I would say that's like one of the main things I've been standing on. And also his promises and things that he's taught me and things that he's been teaching me. But yo, when I tell you my life has been so quiet, like I know my phone's been off lately, which I'm gonna get back on soon. Um, but my life has been so quiet, bro. Like I don't have nobody in my life that's not supposed to be there. Nobody causing me no confusion. Nobody causing disruption. Nobody irritating me. Nobody annoying me. I don't even really get irritated anymore. I used to mainly get irritated at myself, but I'm not hard on myself anymore like I used to be. Um, I don't got nobody that's not supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? God placed some people in my life and moved some other people out of my life and replaced them with different people. And, um, you know, I, a lot of stuff is going a lot better, especially when it comes to that. I just have nothing but peace and quiet. I definitely got back into editing again. I'm going to be learning as well how to 3D render game characters because I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers. Like one of my favorite YouTubers that I watch because I've been playing a lot of Gears of War is Nicholas Icy, and some of his thumbnails and also Avexy's, their thumbnails like they have like these 3D rendered like 3D rendered Marcus or Dom, Cole, Baird. So I'm gonna see if I can take assets from whatever game I'm playing and just like put them in like a 3D render and make thumbnails that way. And that'll probably be like for my like gaming channel. But that's something I'm really looking forward to doing. I started to I'm learning how to time remap on After Effects and how to sync again on Premiere Pro because I used to make like COD edits before and 2K edits. That was a couple years ago. That was something that God reminded me of that I used to enjoy doing. I actually used to be decent at it too. It's just that I didn't have a PC. But now I do. I have pretty much access to literally anything that I want. I mean, if I want to download an editing software, nobody pays for editing software. Nobody does. I will like publicly say that I crack games. I download ISO files. What are you gonna do about it? But I do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll even openly say it in a Discord server too. They could ban me if they want. I don't care because why am I gonna pay for games that I had years ago? It just doesn't make sense. And as long as the dump is good and the dump is valid, I mean, it's fine, even if I don't own the game. And I know that a lot of these emulators, they be like, oh, you gotta dump your games. But I'm pretty sure 80 to 90% of people do not dump their games. And I'm not one of them. And I probably will never be because I'm not spending money on a whole collection when I can digitally download a whole collection for free. Why would I do that? But yeah, so I got back into that. I'm gonna see if I could do 3D blenders and rendering on my computer. I'm not sure if I can. I don't really know. I'm not sure if my computer is that powerful, but we're gonna have to see. I'm gonna test some stuff out. Play around in Unreal Engine. You know, that's like game design stuff, but I might cook up some. You never know. Cause I even found on YouTube that you could take you can take assets from Call of Duty and you could put like different guns and stuff like that and like you know, make a 3D render out of them. Because I was watching like an edit from Kaiser, and I think he had like soap taking off the motorcycle helmet, or the character taking off the motorcycle helmet, and it was soap. So that I kind of want to do stuff like that, and I already know how to record cinematics, especially with you know, me using theater mode for Halo 3. So I already know how to do that. I just have to apply that logic to other games like GTA, Call of Duty. Call of Duty, you know, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, you know. For those games, you use a dolly cam. But yeah, just working on getting back into my craft and just editing again. I really missed it. I really did. It's been a real kicker trying to figure stuff out, you know, learning again, especially learning how to utilize Premiere Pro and After Effects more. Because I used to use Lumafusion and Power Director when I was younger. So, well, Lumafusion was when I got an iPhone, but Power Director was when I was on Android. Before I moved over to, you know, iOS, having an iPhone, and then also having a gaming laptop as well. So, but I'm happy to get back into that. I really missed it. But yeah, That's what's new with me. I'm stepping back into my craft. I'm not sure when y'all will see me play basketball again. Honestly, bro, I'm not sure. After the last time I went to the gym and some stuff happened, I don't know. I know it was only like 3 people causing me problems, and I shouldn't, I wasn't trying to let that like stop me from what I was doing, because why I really started going back to the gym again was because I wanted to like get shredded, and I didn't want to get bigger, but I wanted to put on muscle, and that was my whole idea. And I want to lose weight, which I have done because I do a lot of stretches and a lot of calisthenics, and isometrics, but I wanted to, start doing bicep curls, you know, bench presses and stuff like that, so I could strengthen my upper body. And that was one of the main things I wanted to do. So I'm not sure when y'all will see me back at the gym. I don't know. I have no idea. But I almost got into a fight with somebody there because they was trying to start promising me, and yeah, and they put their hands on me. And I didn't take that lightly, so I don't know. And it was over basketball too. It's crazy. Because it was funny because after I switched teams with the same teammate that was trying to start problems with me, I literally played with a different team and we smoked them like 3 games back to back. So it's funny that he was talking crazy and running his mouth because then he just got smoked. And it's funny because it was like a younger kid. So I was like, I had a strain. I was just holding myself back because I'm like, bro, I'm older. I'm turning 23 tomorrow. Right? So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hit this kid. Like, I really don't want to do that. But he just runs his mouth too much. And my first day there, people was telling me that like that kid ran his mouth too much. I think he was like 17 or like 18 maybe, or like 16, 17. Like, I'm just like, bro, I don't know. People are just not respectful sometimes. But I didn't like punch him or anything. I just pushed him back and he like stepped back. Cause like, I'm like, if I don't push him back, then he's gonna think that he could do stuff like that to me. And I'm like, no. Like, you better respect me, bro. Like, I'm older than you. Like, and not like just in an authority way, but like, bro, you don't know me. You don't put your hands on somebody over basketball. He said I was fouling him, but I wasn't fouling him at all. I didn't foul him at all. Now, I played him one-on-one before. He would literally put his shoulder into me because he weighed more, and he was basically the size of a bowling ball kind of. And he would just like put his shoulder into me and just like bump me. I didn't complain about it because I'm like, bro, it's part of the game. But he was getting mad because I wasn't letting him breathe when we played, when I played against him. He was getting mad because I was playing good defense. Then he's like, oh, why are you fouling me? I was like, bro, I'm not fouling you. I'm playing defense. I'm like, you're mad because you're getting clamped. You're getting clamped by a dude who barely plays basketball. You should be. I was like, you know what? I don't blame you. I would be upset too. You suck. And I straight up said that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm glad I didn't let it escalate too far. I just gave him a little shove like, yo, don't do that. Like, the next thing is going to be my foot. You know where. So I was telling him like, yo, you better stop. I'm trying to tell you, you don't know me like that. Don't touch me. And because in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, this is somebody's kid. This is somebody's son, somebody's cousin, somebody's brother. But then at the same time, I'm like, you don't disrespect a random person you know and put your hands on them, regardless of how young or old you are or not. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. Another reason I haven't really been recording. I haven't really played basketball either. Like, I haven't really brought my phone nowhere because, like, I don't really like, because I use my camera. I use my phone camera to record, the vlog and stuff like that. The thing about me is in the area that I live in, no, not a thing about me. The thing about the area I live in is that I'm not sure how people act when you bring the camera out. Sometimes people start acting stupid. So I'm like, bro, I just don't have time for that. But you know what? I'm going to just say, screw it, put it to the side, just be like, whatever. And just at the end of the day, bro, like, whatever happens, happens, and it's all on camera. Especially if I didn't start something, people can't blame me because then I could be like, well, I have it on camera. So, not that I'm speaking this into existence, but God forbid. I just don't want to deal with nonsense because people see you with a camera and it automatically start acting stupid. Like, I've even been seeing it happen to people who stream, which I will never do an IRL stream a day in my life. Never. You will never see me doing an IRL stream. I don't care. How many people was running up on people, doing stuff for views and attention? You think I'll ever do that? No. I will never do that, not a day in my life. Because I would dare somebody to put their hands on me, bro. I'm telling you. But, you know, the most I would do is just record me playing basketball, whoever's on my team, you know, versus another team, or me playing a 1v1. It's called a blog for a reason. Vlog for a reason. Video log. You know, and the reason I started doing this was because I wanted to share, you know, my little bit of my life with people. Even though my life might not be that exciting to me personally, but some people, especially in the audience, they love feeling like they're spending a day with you, even if they don't know you. To just see how, like, even, you know, because you're on video, so they can see your demeanor. They can see how you talk, how you speak. And, you know, whatever you might be talking about in the video or showing them might resonate with them. And sometimes that happens. So that's another reason I started vlogging too. And mainly because also God gave me the idea. But, you know, people love feeling like they're spending time with somebody and they're getting like an inside. You know, like that behind the scenes, like that backstage pass. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just wanted to talk to y'all for a little bit. Happy birthday to me. I'm going to be 23 tomorrow. My sisters in Christ in church yesterday, they had a nerve to tell me that they was going to get me a cane for my birthday. I thought the first sister in Christ, I thought she said she was going to get me a cake, which would have been nice. But then she's like, oh, we're going to get you a cane. And I was like, wow, you going to do me like that? They was like, oh, you getting old. I'm like, all right, here we go. Here we go with the old jokes. Man, my body still work, bro. Even when I'm like 35, I'm still going to look handsome. I don't care what nobody says. Whatever jokes they make, whatever. I'm still going to be looking good even when I get older. Because I eat good. I take care of my body. I exercise. I don't have to worry about nothing. I'm going to be living a long, fruitful, healthy life with my future spouse and my kids. But yeah, man. I'm gonna just say it now. Do not call me Unk in the comments. I ain't nobody's Unk, bro. I'm 23. I'm not nobody's Unk. Maybe if I'm like 35 or 40 years old, maybe you could say that. But other than that, no, don't start that. Cause we live in a day and age now where it's like you can't even grow old. What am I supposed to regress backwards? What am I supposed to be on some Ben 10 type stuff and just look at my watch and be like, oh, I don't want to be 23 anymore. And just press the button? Like, it don't work like that.
That don't work.
Like, but yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this little video, a little update. If y'all want more videos like this, let me know. I know my homegirl told me, she knows who she is. She told me she wanted me to post more videos like this. So I'm going to be doing that. I said it like I probably can record. I can probably compile all together all the times I said that I was going to come back. And then I never did. So I'm pretty much a deadbeat YouTube channel owner. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not going to make no promises. But I will try to upload something on this channel. And speaking of that, I need to upload to my gaming channel because I haven't done that. But yeah, like I said, for the second time or third time, happy birthday to me. I'm 23. I thank you guys for all the birthday wishes in the comments. And anybody who's praying for me that's watching this, any brothers and sisters in Christ this video may have reached. I thank you for your prayers in advance. You know, for God to open up doors for new endeavors and new opportunities. There's a lot of things that I want to do. You know, I want to explore, you know, God's creation and what his creation has to offer. You know, I'm worth so much more than I used to think I was. You know, so. But yeah, man. Thank you for watching. I'm out, man. Peace.